Welcome everyone to this lesson on regular expression over here. Now in this particular lesson, some couple of topics we are going to talk about is what are the different regular expressions operations we can perform over here in this one. Now there are some couple of scenarios and problems which we are going to talk about over here. Now the first one is that how if we at any moment of time I want to go through some content like some date time to be processed over here from a heavy duty log files. So how I want to get that particular attribute, because in the log files I may be having a huge amount of content here. So how I can go for that particular processing. Second problem, I have some couple of email IDs, how I will be doing the formatting in such a way that I can do the particular checkup, and I want to see that if all those particular email IDs are valid or not, and what are the different ways I can do that particular problem resolved here. Third one, if I have a particular student database and I want to change some attribute without even doing some hard coding, if I can find out some particular way that how I can search for that value and then replace it. So that's what we want to understand here. So these are some couple of problems which is available there and which we want to resolve. And the only solution for these problems is the regular expressions. Now regular expression is something which will help us to search, to modify and to manipulate strings. In a particular given string or a particular file, we can use the regular expressions to find for a particular pattern, to find up for a particular string. Once it is find out, we will be able to replace it, or we will be able to do any kind of file operations. Now it's a common process that we use the regular expressions either for the validation purposes, or we use it for the replacement or doing some modifications. So in either way, we can have regular expressions utilized there, and we just have to provide our particular correct regular expression corresponding to which the string will be filtered out and will be searched upon there, and that's how the whole execution will work on. So if at any moment of time, for example, you want to search for a pattern for a particular string value and you want to replace it, so you will provide the regular expression corresponding to that search parameter. Once the content is found out, either you can just simply display it or you can do the replacement to that content. So regular expression is performed in a variety of ways. Typical operations of a regular expression is does in a way. First of all, you find a word in the string. So you generate an iterator which will find that particular keyword or that particular string or word from the string here. Now you can match one or many letters. You can do the particular matching there for that particular ones. Now you can do the search for a series of characters. You can do one by one, or you can do the match on the basis of different characters. You can search for different characters, and once it's found out, you will be able to replace the string. Then again the whole process will go on again and again. So this is how a typical replacement or a particular regular expression is used to find out some string and then replace it whenever required and whenever stored. Now let's talk about first example here. Now in this one we are just trying to find a string here, particular word in string. So we want to search for Python word into this string here. So I'm using a particular module called re. In this case we are saying that if re.search, I'm trying to search for the particular word called Python from the string called Python is awesome. Now once that is done, so what will happen, that I'm saying that I'm running a print statement called Python is there. So I'm just trying to find out that if a Python word is present in a string or not. Now if you want to search it on from a file, in that case you can do some various kind of IO operations and then you can do the search. So a lot of implementations are there. Second example, in this one we are just trying to find out all the occurrences of a word in a string, because in the previous one we were having only one occurrence, but if you see the string value here, we are having two occurrences of Python here. So find all function will be used to find all the occurrences here, and that will be stored in all Python list here. And a simple for loop will help us to iterate through this particular list, and we will be able to get this complete list of occurrences of Python keyword. So the complete Python keywords will be displayed to me, and I will be able to process and go through that particular one. Now you can see the Python is printed twice over here in this particular display. Similarly, here also we try to use the particular iterate over here. So iterator is something which will search for a particular string, but in return it only gives you the index value where the string is present and what is the ending point. Now in this case we have an inform keyword twice mentioned. Now I'm using a particular find itr function over here which will take a string pattern which I want to search, and I'm giving the string variable over here that you want to find the inform particular word from this string here. Now once it's done, it will basically give you a tuple value a tuple objects will be given to you. One with the particular inform at the 11th index, and then we have the inform in the information at the 38th index. So with this, you will be able to see two tuple values listed on together to you, and that is where you will be able to know that what is the index of these particular keywords. Now after that, if you want to do some kind of date, you want to insert some content, because these indexes anyways you will be able to use to do any kind of manipulations to this one. You can even do the substring, you can do the splitting, all that stuff you can do. Now second one, in this one we are just trying to do the matching of the words here with the patterns, because in the previous ones we are just trying to give on the complete string, but if at any moment of time I don't want to go with one string hard coded, I want to go with multiple strings and dynamic strings. So that is where the matching or matching words will come in the picture. Now here we have a str string which is having like sat, hat, mat and pat. In this case we have a common variables like a and letters are common there. So in this case, in the find all function, I'm using 80 there, but there is a different regular expression over here, which is like in square bracket SMHMP. So these four characters are there. So now the particular Python is saying that if the keyword, if the first letter is either from S, H, M or P, then in that case that will be picked up. Now as you can see, the capital S is present there, which is not correct because capital S is not fulfilling this particular matching over here. And that is the reason when I'm trying to do a for loop over here, you will be able to see that it will not be printed over here in this one, and instead of first value all the other values will be simply printed. So you can give multiple values or multiple matching patterns also there if you feel that you want to search for multiple values in this one. You can also give the range of the characters also, because at the moment of time you may not be able to see that if we will be able to go through the different matchings over here. Now in this case I'm saying that if the character should lie between the H and M, so that also I'm going to pick up. So hat and mat is picked up there, but we can also use the caret on the right hand side, a symbol which will do the reverse of this one. In this case, if a character which is not present between H and M will be picked up and it will be given back to you. So you can see that the sat and pat will be displayed and hat and mat will not be displayed here. So you can give the matching series also at any moment of time if you feel that you cannot simply hard code over here that what are the different characters should be, because you cannot simply say like A, B, C, D, all these characters till Z in the regular expression. So you can say like A hyphen Z, that whatever the characters present between the A and Z should be picked up and should be validated. So this is how the regular expression works and how the matching of series of range of characters really work here. Now here in this one also we are trying to work with the substitute here. So we are primarily using two functions here called compile and substitute here. Now compile is something which will take up the particular exact keyword which needs to be replaced. Now in this case I'm using a regular expression like square bracket R. So I'm only going for one parameter called rat. If I want to have like H and R both done, so I could have done like HR printed into there, but I just want to have the rat only to be picked up. So that's why I'm just using that pattern. Now then we can use this substitute button, substitute function, where we can say that I want to replace this whole string rat with the food here. Now there is only one occurrence of rat here, but if it could be like multiple occurrences, all those things will be replaced with the food over here. So in the final one you will be able to see the rat is being replaced with food in that one. So this is how the substitute really happens and substitute works over here in this one. Now this is again some couple of examples which we will go through in the demo file, that how this particular operations really happens. So we will go through there. We already have these ones in there and we will try to understand it once again, that how it really happens in that part. Now regular expressions use case. So we can use the phone number verifications in case using the regular expressions. Now the phone number verification rules is that there are like start with 3 digits and then hyphen is there. Then again we have 3 digits, then again hyphen is there, and the last one is having the 4 digits. So in this one we are going to have the particular pattern, the regular expressions done in such a way. So you can see that we are using the particular range here called 0 to 9. So numbers can be 0 to 9. Then we are going for exact 3 numbers. Then again we are going for 0 to 9, and then again 3 numbers as an exact 3 digits there. And then we are again going for 0 to 9 digits, and then we are going for 4 digits there. So this is how we will be able to see that how we can search for a particular number. With this one, what is happening that we will be able to see that how the different numbers or different ranges are being done here, and we will be able to identify the validity of this phone number. So this will surely help us to identify that whether this number is completely valid or it's not valid here. Similarly, email IDs can also be verified over here. Now, email ID is something like it's having a couple of components. Like an email ID contains first of all the username, then @, then website name, and then the domain name like com, org, or something like that. And between the website name and the domain, we have this typical gmail.com, yahoo.com. These are all known as domain only, but the first one is the name of the website like Gmail or Yahoo or something like that. And then we have the corresponding domain like com, org, or something like that. The username will go for 1 to 20 lowercase or uppercase characters that can be there, and can be like numbers, it can be like plus symbols, dot, underscore, percentage, plus. These symbols can be present in this one. So that is the reason why you can see here that the regular expression saying that W, which is there for any kind of word, whether it's a number or something like that, alphanumeric or something. Then we have dot, underscore, percentage, plus, hyphen, minus is there. The range of characters should be 1 to 20. Then @ is there. And similarly the same thing, the particular website name can be of like characters 2 to 20 there, but the special characters will not be there like percentage or plus or those kind of things. Hyphen can be there in the particular website name, that's for sure, we can use that. And then after that we have com, and then we have letters, and the range will be 2 to 3. So this is how you will be able to identify whether the email which you are using is valid or not. So let's go to the Jupyter over here and try to understand that how exactly this whole demo goes on there. So this is the demo file here. So let's execute the particular different programs one by one. Now first one, in this one we are just trying to search for a Python word over here, and we are using a particular string called Python is awesome. Now if somehow the Python word is being printed or we are able to find it, so that is where we will be able to see a particular print statement executed. So it's a just simple if loop which is getting executed if we are getting a particular true false value. So search will give us the true value or false value. Now find all is something which will give all the particular strings and present there and printed on. So we are just trying to have the Python fetched on over here from this string. Now there are two occurrences, so both the occurrences will be printed and will be stored into the all Python variable over here. So this all Python will act like a list, and all these particular items from this list will be fetched on and will be printed here. Then we can use an iterator. Now iterator is something which is used because it uses to fetch all the occurrences of a particular word from the string here. Now we have a string called str called we need to inform him with the latest information. Now in this one we have two occurrences of inform, like inform present over here and the partial keyword over here in the information. Now this find iteration is something which will help us to get the indexes, so that we will be able to find out what is the starting and the end point of these particular keywords here. So as you can do, we can see here that we are able to see two values, like we are able to see like 11 and 18 is there. Then we have like 38 to 45 available here. So all these details are available and we can simply make use and we can constitute on that. Next we have the occurrences like the particular matching keywords here. So as you can see here that we are using like SAT, HAT, MAT and PAT there. So these are the keywords which we are using here. Now if we use find all keywords over here, now in this case what happens that we are using the pattern like SHMP. Any word from these four values should be picked up. The second, third value should be 80 there. Now all the occurrences of this kind of pattern will be stored in the all str here, and when I'm trying to do a print statement for loop on this one, I will be able to see like HAT, MAT and PAT printed on all together. So this is how the overall execution really helps, and we will be able to get the print done here. Now this SAT did not get printed because it's using a capital S over here, but our pattern is showing lowercase s here. Similarly, we can also use the range here. So if at any moment of time we want to use the range, so I'm saying that H and M should be there. So any character between H and M should be picked up. Now this is something which we are going to use because I just want to have that any kind of characters which is being printed or which is being stored between H and M should be picked up over here in this one. Similarly, here we are using the caret symbol because this caret symbol will let me know that if any character which is not there between H and M should be picked up. So that is the reason why S and P is being picked up over here in this one. And this is just in typical opposite of the previous execution, which really helps us to understand that how the execution we can do and we can perform in this one. Then we have a replacement of a string here, in which you see that we have a string called HAT, RAT, MAT, PAT there. These are the 4 keywords or words we have here. Now if at any moment of time I want to replace rat with food, so first of all I'm using a compile statement which will exactly get a particular correct word to be replaced. So I'm using RAT here. If it is like multiple patterns I will provide, so multiple keywords or multiple words will be replaced here. Now then I'm on this particular regex, on this keyword I'm just trying to run a particular function called substitute here. Regex is basically having the value called rat. So this rat will be substitute with the particular keyword called food, and that's how you will be able to see the end result over here having hat, food, mat and pat printed. So this is how the overall execution really happens, and we will be able to see that how overall keywords will be printed to us and we will be able to get a end result. And some couple of extensive patterns over here. For in this one you can see that we have a strings A1 plus B2 plus DE, D4 plus E5. Now here we have a keyword called ABC123. So what is really happening here is that the star symbol is getting replaced for A1 and B2. So this is where the star symbol is getting replaced. Now here we are using a regular expression of A dot B. So any character in between will be replaced. So this one and this one will be replaced. So this one will remain here itself. Then we have the regular expression for AB plus. So how many B's present doesn't matter. So that will be replaced, but A will be 1 only. So this one and this one will be replaced. Then we have the range that B should be 3 to 6. So this is 2B, but here 3 B's are there, 4 B's and 6 B's are there. But in the last 3 B's will be pending because all the previous one will be substituted, and that is the reason why you will be able to see this output printed all together over here. Now here we are using the caret symbol in the front, which means that we need to do the substitute from the beginning. So the first ABC which is present will be replaced here. If you use ABC dollar, that is going to replace from the last one. So from the endpoint, the particular ABC will be replaced with the star here. And similarly AB plus will be replaced with the star here, that particular pattern, and lowercase d represents that all the digits will be replaced with the particular star, and capital means that all the digits, all the characters apart from digits will be replaced with the star here. So whether it's a space, whether it's an is equal to, or it's in plus symbol, all of them is simply converted into a star here. So this is how it happens, that how we can do the different kind of substitute here. And then we have phone number verifications, where we can have the numbers digits from 0 to 9, but we are also restricting that the 3 characters should be present only over there. So in the last one we should have 4 characters, so that is the reason why we are using the 4 here. Now once this if loop is executed here, you will be able to know whether the particular string which you are using is valid or the number which you are using is valid or not. And similarly in the last one we have the email verifications, where we have like characters like @ then dot is there, then the username is having the characters between 1 to 20, whether it should be like uppercase, lowercase, digits, numbers, can have like dot, underscore, percentage, plus hyphen. The website name should always be have numbers and the particular characters, but not a percentage plus these kind of symbols. Hyphen can be there, underscore is not required, dot can be there, and the characters will be from 2 to 20. And similarly in the domain name .com, .org or something like that, you can have uppercase, lowercase, anything. You cannot have numbers there, you can have the characters minimum 2 and maximum as 3, and that's how you will be able to see whether your email IDs are valid or not. So in this case, as you can see that all the email IDs are invalid here. Now this one is typically one of the perfect email ID here, but the main problem with this one is that first characters is something which is causing the problem here. That's the reason why it's simply failing in this particular part. So all the email IDs are present here and there is no matches altogether right now on this one. So this is how the overall execution of this Python really works, and how the different executions and different demos really works here. So that's it for this demo file. I hope you like it. Thanks.